screen's in order. Oh my god, my mic is so far away. Hold on. I'm a mess. Okay. And I look a mess. I have been sick the past few days, so. Hey, Yorkie Mama. It just started, so. Hey, Jameson. I didn't even do my makeup today. I'm like, why the hell did I go on camera? Yeah, so Christmas was nice, and then my whole house got sick, so I'm still kind of sick, but it's not too bad. Hi, Linda. I hope you had a good Christmas too. It was all right. I mean, I like Christmas. I enjoy like being with my family and everything, but like thanks, Jameson. But after Christmas, it's like your house is a mess. There's toys everywhere. You're broke. But I had lots of good food for a couple days, and I got some stuff. I got new Ugg slippers, and I got Guitar Hero. I love Guitar Hero, and I kept saying to Dave, like, I really miss playing Guitar Hero. And he got me like a Guitar Hero game I can play on my computer. Well, it's Guitar Hero, but you can download every Guitar Hero there is. So. You took all your Christmas decorations down? Thanks, Princess Megan Elsa. I'm feeling a little bit better. As you can see, I'm still tired though. Like, I probably look tired too. I haven't even bothered to like do my makeup or anything. I've been playing Pokemon on my kid's Switch. He went to his dad's for a couple days because he's with me most of the time because to school. So on his holidays, he's like, "Can I go to my dad's for a couple days?" I'm like, "Yeah, go." Oh, well, tell your grandson I said hello too. But yeah, I love the Pokemon game on the Switch. I can't stop playing it. I'm like, I've been playing that, like laying on the couch in my PJs playing Nintendo Switch Pokemon. It's so much fun though for like a kid game. My kid's gonna be like, "Give me my Switch when I get back," because I love it. Oh, I love that name. I love Elvis Presley, so I like that game too, and I'm 55 years old. Which one, Guitar Hero or Pokemon? Because I like them both. It's Pokemon. I'm playing the Arceus one, but Dave just bought the new one, so I'm like, ooh, now you're gonna have me stuck for days on that. Not doing any of my responsibilities because I can't stop playing. Oh, you have Pokemon on your phone? Yeah. See, I get so into it. So like, I feel like so disconnected. I haven't even paid attention to YouTube for the past couple days, and I'm not gonna lie, it's been like feel pretty refreshed in that sense. But sorry, my lips feel so dry for some reason. I feel pretty refreshed in that sense, but other than that, but I do feel kind of like out of the loop. But I've caught myself up. You're the cool grandma, yeah, right? See, I mean, that's what I'll be too. Like, I'll be playing Guitar Hero, play Pokemon, So how was everyone? Did everyone get what they wanted for Christmas? You're out of the loop of the Idaho case. Well, I'm not completely out of the loop, but I've just caught up as of a few days ago. Well, I just caught up to like the there's supposedly footage of Jack D at the corner club, which I don't know if I like think it's something of huge importance. I don't know. Like, I know he was supposedly asleep when she called him. So people are trying to say like this is a huge deal because obvious, like in their mind, obviously he wasn't asleep, he was awake because he was at the bar. But we have to remember that like when the murders happened, it was like 2 hours later, so he very well could have been asleep. You know what I mean? So I don't know. 1 second. So like I just feel like this might be a big nothing burger, but if he says that he was home all night or whatever, then this would be huge. But I think it would be pretty stupid in this day and age to say something like that when you were somewhere, you know? Or do we even know if it was Jack D? No, but I do think that it looks like him. Like, and his hat and his same shoe. Like, if you hold on a second, I have an itch in my eye. Hold on, I'm just gonna stop the camera so I can scratch my eyeball. But if you look at the picture of the one, I'll show you guys. In this corner club footage, I've been hearing that it could be photoshopped. I personally don't think it is. It looks real. The police, I believe, has said something along the lines of. Actually, I'm just gonna pull it up because I don't want to say it wrong. And hold on 1 second. Sorry, I wanted to use my nose spray real quick because I feel like I'm getting like my cold's starting to bother me. Alright, hold on 1 second. Let me pull up my screen. I don't know where it came from though. I've heard it just like popped up on Twitter. Like somebody. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm definitely gonna get into her too for sure. I mean, we could talk about that first if you want. That chick is crazy. Ashley Gilliard or whatever her name is. Hey, Callie Glitter. How are you? Sorry, I was looking for something. I don't. Oh wait, they're thinking about releasing the 911 call? Hold up. Let me pull up the Moscow site because who said they're going to release the 911 call? Does anyone know? Does anyone know where that's coming from? I just seen on Twitter that they're thinking about releasing the 911 call. Let me look up the Moscow Facebook. But real quick, let me just show you guys this before. So this is the camera footage photo, and you can see in the hat it's white with a black rim, and there's an M on it, and like a little line, and that Jack has the same hat. And look at the facial hair. It's very, very similar. And his shoes, hey Parker, his shoes look exactly the same too. So, I mean, obviously, I can't confirm that it is him because I don't know if they've confirmed that or not. But I thought maybe it was like a Michigan hat. I know. It feels so long. I've been gone for like 5 days too. Oh, there we go. Or maybe even longer than that. I don't know how long I've been. Sorry, I was looking for my tissue box. Bear with me, guys. I have a cold. Parker. But yeah, I think it definitely looks significantly like him. And there's a lot of people saying that the one guy in the footage looks like the chief. Like, come on, guys, it's not the goddamn chief. I mean, you like when I looked at the picture, you can't. The guy looks like Voldemort from Harry Potter. Like his face is like you can't see half of his face. So like, why? How would we know that was the chief or not? University? Is it University of Michigan? What's U of M? It looks like a red M. Let me look up University of Michigan. Damn it. I didn't silence my phone. Hold on. It looks like that, but it's not that color. Do they have like different colors back in the day, maybe? Sure, like vintage. It's not those colors though. Like it looks like a Michigan hat, but it's not those colors. So I don't know. Minnesota. Okay, there we go. That's probably it. Yeah, it's probably Minnesota. It's the same colors. Let's get rid of it. I'm gonna go with Minnesota. He's up in the window. I just can't find that particular one, but it's those colors, so we'll say Minnesota. It's an Idaho hat. I just saw a similar hat on Google. Really? What's the M for then? Wait, is it? That's the same guy from this one building. What is it? If it. Hold on, where was I? I literally hit him right in this corner, dude. I literally hit him right in this corner. Do they have. Oh, maybe. Let's try Idaho. Or University of Idaho. They're vandals. Well, whatever it is, it's the same damn hat. And his facial hair is the same. Hey, Tony Smith. Oh, yeah, no, I'm not pointing the finger at him. Like I said earlier, that this might be a huge nothing burger because we don't know what he told police. Like he could have been there and they know about it already. And it's not weird if he was sleeping 2 hours later when she tried to call him. You know what I mean? Like that was when they called him, it was almost 3:00 in the morning. So it's like almost an hour and a half later. So maybe he was sleeping. You know what I'm saying? So it really, yeah, his face does look a little fuller. I don't know how old this picture is or whatever. But you're right, it does. But it might be because the ways, I don't know. That's not the police officer in the picture. That is definitely not the police officer in the picture. I don't know why everyone's saying that. You can't even see what the guy looks like. If you look at the picture, oh my god, y'all. For anyone thinking that's actually the chief, he looks like Voldemort. His face is like totally covered from like here down. How in the world? I don't know who released this. I just heard that it popped up on Twitter out of nowhere, and like it wasn't the police. Hold on. Let me show you this corner club thing. Look. You cannot see that guy's face at all. You can't even tell if that guy, like, how are people thinking this is the chief? I think they made a comment. I think they said something along the lines of, I have to read it. I'll go and read it to you, but the way they worded it is like a strange way for me to say. Yeah, he looks like it could be the bar owner. I mean, I get how people can think it may be the chief, but it is Voldemort, Ryan. You can't even see his face. Look at this shit. Hold up. He looks like Voldemort. He looks like he has no nose and 2 slits there. Seriously. Wait a minute. How can I like... No. I want to mess with the settings. Edit image. I mean, you can't look at that guy and be like, oh, that's the chief. His half of his face is missing. It was, I don't know who leaked it. I don't. Oh, wow. That definitely looks like Jack, though. Like, you can't see any of his facial expressions. His nose looks gone. It is not the chief. How do you figure that is the chief? I mean, you can't see anything on his face. It could be the bar owner who looks just like that too. You can't there's no defining features on there at all. Unless somebody can find me a picture of the chief with that like same hat and jacket on, no way. No friggin' way. You can't see anything. It is literally a blur. Yeah, I can name 1,000 people that guy resembles a lot. Lana keeps focusing on this. I mean, I know she's getting a lot on the case because she broke that video, but she keeps focusing on a video from like September. Like, what is the police footage from September have anything to do with them being murdered now? I mean, like, I get you can find people who are at their house, but I really don't think there's like today. I think she's doing a video that's like, why did the police come back to the house on September 2nd? Like, why does it, like, what does that have to do with anything? I don't know. I mean, I think she did a good job finding those videos for sure, but no, I don't want the Viginet. Yeah, there's no features on that guy's face. It is definitely not the chief. I mean, that could be anybody. That's definitely Hoodie guy who was walking with them. And I think, yeah, I doubt anyone's gonna. It's the other cop. What other cop? The chief is the guy who talks all the time in the videos. Isn't that the chief? Or whatever the heck his name. The guy who does all the I don't know if he's the chief, whatever. The guy who does all the media stuff. That's not him. That's who you're talking about. The guy with the white hair. Like the guy who does all the videos. Is that who you're talking about, Nate? How can you tell that's anybody, though, Nate? You can't see his face. It is a blur, the whole face. How can you make out that that guy is anybody? Okay, what guy are you talking about? Have you found a picture of the police officer wearing the same clothes or something? Because if that is the case, then I'll take it. But other than that, you can't see the dude's face. You can't see anything. I don't know. Everyone was saying that it was that guy. That's why I was saying that. Yeah, it's a white male. That's about it. Well, thanks to that. I had a good Christmas. I hope you did too. I thought they'd have a suspect at the time. Maybe. I think they probably do. They just don't have enough to arrest him. I can't make it out. I mean, I don't know. If I could see like a similar jacket and glasses and hat, then I'd be like, all right, it's probably that guy. But based on a face, nah. I think if you want to say he looks like anyone, the bar owner could definitely be in the list of guys it could be. He's the same shape and all, you know. Cover up because a lot of people on Twitter are saying it's the chief. It's not the chief or whatever. The guy who does the media stuff. I don't know if he's the actual chief or not, but whatever he is. I just call him the chief because he has like what's it called, glasses on his head. Hold on, I'll show you real quick. So if you look really close, there's the band right there. He's got silver glasses. You can see the glasses right here. You see it? They're glasses. I don't know what if he's the captain or which one he is. I'm talking about the guy who does all the media stuff with the bald head and the white hair. This dude. Hold on. Damn it. Give me a second. That guy. It's not him. No way. I don't think it's either. I mean, you can't really see. Are you talking about this guy? Yeah, keep checking. Or this guy? I don't see. I don't think there's enough to think it's either of them. All right, so this is their latest update as of yesterday at 4:30. As this time in the investigation, detectives do not believe the female associate professor. I'll get into this after the video thing, which is so ridiculous. This TikToker, I'm sure everyone knows about it now because I'm late to the party, Ashley Gilliard. I watched all her TikToks and she is freaking ridiculous. Ridiculous. She's a tarot card reader and she believes that this professor Rebecca, I'm not going to say her last name, but I'm sure y'all heard, had a lesbian relationship with Kaylee, and she didn't want their lesbian relationship to get out, so she hired Jack D to kill Kaylee. And she wholeheartedly believes this, and now she's being sued by the professor for defamation. And then she goes, oh, y'all want me to be upset that the killer Rebecca is suing me? Like she's ridiculous. And she's excited because she feels like she's going to be able to present her case in court about how Rebecca is the killer, which they will not let her talk about that. I don't know. She probably knows nothing about court, but the only thing that she'll be able to talk about in court is the particular videos of defamation. And she has to prove that this stuff is true. And she literally has no proof besides her brain that this stuff happened. So I don't know. But she is special. I'll play some of the videos. But they're saying that they do not believe the professor. And she is also the chair of the history department at the University of Idaho. Suing a TikTok user for defamation is involved in this crime. The Moscow Police Department will not provide a statement about this ongoing civil process. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you, Glitter. She's definitely gonna lose in court. I mean, I will say, well, she's not gonna win. She might get away with, like, I don't think she will, because it could definitely prove that if the professor can prove that she's trying to, I guess, like, falsify evidence, maybe she might try to, like, say freedom of speech type deal. But I still think that the professor will win, because it's definitely defaming to her job and her character. Yeah, she's that clairvoyant lead. Yeah, it's unreal. Investigators believe someone has information that adds context to what occurred on the night of the murders, and continue requesting additional pictures, video, and social media content. Our focus remains on the investigation, not an individual's activities displayed in the tip. What the hell does that mean? Whether you believe it is significant or not, your information might be one of the puzzle pieces that help solve these murders. Digital submissions of tips and leads will not be publicly disclosed due to our ongoing commitment to keep information private, and details may be pertinent into an ongoing criminal investigation. Progress continues to locate the 2011-2013 Hyundai Elantra believed to be in the immediate area of King Road residence during the early morning hours of November 13th. Investigators believe the occupant or occupants may have critical information to share regarding this case, and have identified over 22,000 vehicles. So, if they've identified over 22,000 vehicles, does that mean it's none of them? If you know of or own a vehicle matching this description, or know of anyone who may have been driving this specific vehicle on the days preceding or the day of the murders, please forward that information to the tip line. No suspects have been identified, and only vetted information that does not hinder the investigation will be released to the public. We encourage referencing official releases for accurate and updated progress. All press releases and related information is available at the website, which I'll go on next to see if... Yeah, she'll bring her cards as evidence. I think the neighbor's camera caught a white car there at the house, or very close to the house at least, like parked nearby. Like, I think that's probably where they got it from. Well, I think that's what they said, that a neighbor's camera was pointed in the direction of the house, and that there's a car on that street really close that I believe they saw making I forget if it was a right or left, but they turned on Taylor Avenue, which I'll show you where Taylor Avenue is real quick. If I recall correctly, they said that it turned on Taylor. I think it made a right on Taylor Avenue. And I mean, how many cars are driving around that area at that time of night? You know what I mean? I doubt there's too. I mean, if you go outside in my house at 3 o'clock in the morning, you probably see like no cars driving by. Maybe like once a week, a car will drive by around that time. It's not. This is Taylor Avenue right here. So here's their house. I don't know why it looks like this, but all right. So here's their house. I believe they saw a car turning right on Taylor Avenue right here. So if you notice, the only places it could be coming from is here, here, there. So it's somebody, you know what I mean, that's in this area was leaving this section at 3 o'clock in the morning. I think it might be more than one person too, Ryan. At first I was like, no way, but now, like, I don't know, Allie Joe. That's a good point. I don't know if she would have to prove, she would have to prove she would definitely have to prove that it's affecting her job, which, I mean, I think that the lady, what she's saying is so ridiculous that nobody from her job or anybody would actually believe it, and I don't think she would ever lose her job over it, but like, so I don't know if she would have to prove that it is actually hurting her financially or that it could hurt her financially. But the lady would also, the Ashley Gilliard lady would also have to prove that what she's saying is actually true for her to win, and there's no. Oh, so the emotional distress, yeah, I'm sure they could do that too. But for the TikToker to win, she would have to prove that what she's saying, yeah, freedom of speech doesn't cover lies. And obviously what she's saying, I doubt is true at all. Like, it's just the most, like, her stories are like straight out of a freaking storybook. We can go through them if you want. There's a lot, but we could play a couple. But it's like, it's seriously like straight out of a storybook. She's like, yeah, like, she summoned Jack D and they met in a forest, an inconspicuous place like a forest. And she told him that she'll help fulfill his dreams if he killed. Like, it's ridiculous. Wait till y'all hear this shit. But yeah, supposedly they went out here and they turned right here. Sorry, I just wanted to see how that connects. Yeah, so it's almost like a cul-de-sac type deal here. Like, it's only this apartment building, these houses. So I just feel like there wouldn't be a lot of traffic going through here. But I don't know. Maybe it's different in college campuses at 3 o'clock in the morning, but they have a lot of stuff, I'm sure. They just I don't think people understand like what all goes into an investigation. It's not like boom 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 usually. You have to go through lots of stuff, and you may have somebody, like, you may have a suspect. Like, for instance, Leilani with the Quentin Simon case. They knew that she had done it, but they couldn't arrest her yet because even though they had video of her dumping her son at the dumpster, they didn't have a body. So she could be like, oh, I was just dumping trash. But until they found his body, there wasn't a connection there. So they might have a suspect, they might have people in mind, but unless they can actually prove that they were there or there's some connection, they don't have a case. And you can't just go grabbing anybody off the street because you think they did it. You have to get a judge to sign off and say, okay, I think this is enough proof. They could get sued if they just went over to any Tom, Dick, and Harry and put some cuffs on them and said, okay, we think you did this, without something that's real proof. You know what I'm saying? So, and not only that, but there's 4 victims, which means there's webs to untangle between each person, all of their family, all of their friends, all of their social media, all of the people who are at their job with them. This is a very difficult case. They're not incompetent. FBI is working on it too. Like they have like 65 FBI agents working on this case. Cases happen for a year, Nathan. A month is short. Like, I don't know why the media is like hyping this up that like, oh my God, it's been a month. Like, I think these people watch like the first 48 or like these cop movie or these cop shows or like, Law and Order where it gets solved in an hour, you know what I mean? And think that this stuff happens real quick. It doesn't. It takes a long time. It takes 2 weeks just to get phone records back. It probably takes longer than a month to get DNA back, considering that there's probably, can you imagine how many people are walking in and out of that house? It's a party house at a college. Then you have to sift through all this DNA and say, okay, separate all the DNA and try and figure out who it belongs to. That's going to take a long time. You know what I mean? Like, it's, if they rush this and just go arrest somebody and they don't have a solid case behind, yeah, they got the DNA back. But I'm just saying, like, they still have to sort through all of the stuff they got back, right? And then be like, okay, this DNA's here, this DNA's here. There's probably like 100 different people's DNA in that house. You know what I'm saying? Like, this stuff takes a long time. Like, for instance, it took them a year to arrest Barry Morphew, and they still didn't have a lot of evidence back. But Paula, how would they know who was there if the person's DNA is never in the system? Like, for instance, they may have this guy's blood, but they'll have nothing to compare it to if the guy's never been in trouble before. So that's another thing. Then you got to go and you got to try and ask people to give a sample of their DNA. And some people will say no. And then you have to subpoena it, which you can't just subpoena anyone's DNA. You have to have a good reason to subpoena it. So then you have to go to court and say to a judge, this is the reason why we think this person may have done it. And it has to be a legitimate reason, or the judge will not let you just go subpoena someone's DNA because you think that they did it. You have to have a good reason. So again, they can't just get DNA back and be like, oh, it was this guy. You know what I mean? They may have nothing to compare it against. So then that leads to another, they can rule out people. Like, they can rule out who. But think about it like this. If it was a friend of somebody or a college kid, their DNA might be in the house because they go over there a lot. So then it's like, all right, if unless they have blood from the killer that dripped, and we don't know if he was wearing like big gloves or whatever, yeah, they may need to use genealogy for sure. But like I said, that stuff takes time. They probably aren't offering a reward because they may have an idea of who they think it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might have a suspect, they just can't do anything about it because they need to have a case against them. Like, I feel like they might have an idea who it is, they just don't have enough to do anything about it. I mean, you have to have, like, for instance, Barry Morphy's case. They had a lot against him, but it was all circumstantial, and it really almost wasn't enough for them to send it to court. Like, it just barely got sent to court, and it was a lot of circumstantial information. So, yeah, right. Upchurch should offer up another Hellcat. I don't know. He's still talking about the Kylie Rodney case. So, he hasn't caught up yet. Yeah. I mean, he should probably stay away from his opinion on cases. I mean, I think he's I ain't got an issue with Upchurch. I think he's a good person. I just think he has some crazy theories. That's all. But yeah, I mean, a private investigator might be able to figure some stuff out, but a month is fat. Like, a month is nothing, compared to other cases. A month is they're probably they have 4,000 tips. You know what I mean? They're just getting started, in my opinion. Like, if they still don't have something in like 6-7 months, then I'll be like, all right, they got nothing. But at a month, nah. But yeah, come back in 6 months and say that to me, and I'll agree. But it's still early. This is for 4 victims. It's still early. They still got plenty of stuff to go through. And they have 65 of the best FBI agents working on the case. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, thank you, Ryan. I can't see the sticker. Hold on, let me put my YouTube up on let me mute for a second because I won't have a pause. There we go. Now I can see a devil. The devil. But yeah. Hey, Sarah, you made it. Yeah, they better hurry up. Yeah, they do. I agree. Yeah, I'm surprised too. I hope it doesn't either, but I think it's just starting. Well, thanks, Paula. Welcome you to my channel, and I hope you come back. It's a stupid devil. But yeah, with 4 victims is a lot of victims and a lot of work. Oh yeah, probably they are probably watching for sure. I mean, there's a big difference in having a suspect and knowing who they are, and then being able to prove they're involved. So, and also why they probably don't have a reward is because, all right, so once you get a reward, then there's already probably a tons of web sleuths like us calling in some ridiculous tips. Like, I'm sure they're getting plenty of calls that guy at the bar is the chief or captain or whatever. Okay. So imagine you've got thousands of web sleuths calling in. I mean, shit, there's probably web sleuths calling in that Ashley Gilliard, like calling, oh, the Professor Rebecca Schofield's involved because of psychics. All right. So imagine all the bullshit of, people calling and giving in tips. That are probably useless and worthless and sending them down rabbit holes because they have to look into each and every tip, right? Then you offer a reward. Yeah, TikTok crazy lady. Then you offer a reward. Then people see money. And if your tip leads them to the killer, then you get money. So then you've got, you know, probably thousands more of useless leads being called in and sending cops down some crazy rabbit hole. So you also have to keep in mind that that could be why, or they might have a suspect and they may be on something. They just need more information. So that's probably why they're, asking about specific info and things like that. Some believe the killer called into Dolly Vision the other night. Oh, really? Well, damn. I'll have to hear that. Do you remember the person's name who called in or what night it was? But yeah, I believe that the white Elantra, they saw him making a right here. So coming down this street and making a right here. Yeah, they definitely know way more than we do for sure. And with all those FBI agents on the case, believe me, they a lot of people are like, oh, they definitely got DNA. This will be easy. It's not easy because a lot of people aren't in the system or their families aren't in the system, and you just have useless strands of DNA and nothing to compare it to, Or what if the guy was wearing bare bone channel? All right, I'll check it out. Yeah, I can't imagine how their families feel either, I get, wanting to want answers and info. I can't blame them either. Where was I? Oh, I'm gonna go on the Moscow page real quick. I've heard something about them thinking about releasing the 911 call. Did anyone hear that? What's this? So, investigators continue working through the holiday break to process, analyze, and work on more than 7,650 email tips, 4,313 phone tips, 4,583 digital media submissions. So they got a lot of stuff, but can you imagine how long that's going to take to go through all that shit? My God. Hey, Boston Nick. How you doing? Sorry, I have it for people just coming in. Oh, their celebration of life is this weekend. That's sad. I know. I wish they released it too. I wonder why they would release it though. Like, what is in the 911 call that's significant? I didn't hear that though. Like, where are they saying that? I saw someone on Twitter say they're thinking about releasing the 911 call, but like, Dolly, don't even get me started on that knucklehead. I don't know how he's up at 4 a.m. smoking and streaming. I don't know. I don't. I just can't get down with them because they go to all these places and just like act a fool. I don't care. If you're like a Brian and you go there and you get shit done and you interview people of significance and do like good content, I'm like, sure, do the damn thing. But when you go to these places and you're yelling outside of people's houses and, you know, assaulting people, like, come on, man. I just can't get down with that. Sorry, Lynn. I'm all over the place today. I'm sick, so I'm just. Hi, Lynn. I love you. Yeah, I heard someone said on Twitter they're thinking about releasing it, but I didn't hear anything about that. they said something, I can't find it, but it was like something about really people. Hold on, I'll find it. People getting information and releasing it, and how they can't verify the authenticity if it's been released. So like where did I see this? So basically they said something along the lines of like, if you request a video or something like body cam footage or a video from the bar or whatever, and like a records request, and it's given to you, that is authentic. But then they can't, if you ask them about if it's authentic or not, they cannot say if it is or not, because they get after the video's been given to somebody and released to somebody through the records request, they don't know if it's been tampered or not. So they cannot verify the authenticity of it, if that makes sense. I am getting better, Lynn. Thank you, babe. Oh yeah, JLR, yeah, they love a shit show. For sure. If you're people want to see what the area looks like and stuff like that. And I'm sure half the people are like hate watchers too, but I can't blame people for wanting to see, if somebody's in town and walking around the town and looking at the businesses. And he was walking up to the corner club and putting his camera in the door window and saying, like, this is what the inside looks like. I can't blame people for watching it out of curiosity. You know what I'm saying? So like, because I personally, I'm like a person who likes to see. Oh, thank you, Sarah. I love you too, bitch. Thanks for doing like freaking amount of practice. I've been searching for this damn Mother Teresa lawsuit for hours. What the JLR Mother Teresa lawsuit? We call each other bitch all the time. In the most endearing way ever. Alright, hold on. You want me to try and find it? Jonathan Lee Richards versus Mother Teresa. Is that what you want to see? I don't know if I can. You're right. I don't know. It usually would come up. I'll have to. I could probably go and look if I know where he found it. I might be able to find it. You need to buy his book of lawsuits, right? I'll try and find it. Let me see. Is that her name? I don't know. That's Shivo. What's Mother Teresa's name? Like real name? Let's look up her real name and see. Mary. USA versus Richards? It might be like one of those things that just like never gone to fruition, you know what I mean? For example, Rich has moved to intervene as a plaintiff in the mass tort litigation arising from the crash of Comair flight. Hold on, I'm trying to see if I can find it in here. He initiated action against Greg Opie Hughes, Anthony Cumia, WNEWFM, claiming they harassed him on air and defamed him by saying he bought a home illegally with fraud money and played his prison transcripts without his consent. He sued X-Men. Trying to see if they at least mention it here. The Deepwater Horizon rig? He sued the Deepwater Horizon rig. The Bureau of Prisons. I can't find the Mother Teresa one. I was going to say at least if they name it. They don't name it in that. Dude, he tries to sue everybody. He crazy. He's tried to sue literally everybody. He sued Guinness Book of World Records for planning to name him the most litigious person, even though they never did. Oh, he sued everybody, man. Anyone you could think of, he sued. George Bush. He sued Michael Vick. He sued Tom Brady. He sued Bill Belichick. He sued Jimmy Hoffa, all the Holocaust survivors. Like the Nation of Islam, Martha Stewart, George Bush. I mean, anyone you could think of, he sued, literally. I know, right? I better stop talking about it. He sued the planet Pluto. I didn't know that. That's great. He sued Mother Teresa, but I don't know how to find it. I tried to type in her real name, but you're right. It's hard to find. Yeah, he sued Martha. Yeah, the Bush one is like he claimed that Bush was like mind controlling him. And then he tried to sue Rockstar Games for Grand Theft Auto because he claims because of the video game that people were trying to beat him up in jail and steal his chain. I swear to God. Hear about what? JLR? When he first got involved with gosh, the first time I heard about him, I think Levi Page was talking about him a long time ago and talking about I wouldn't doubt it, Linda. I would not doubt it. Probably. Oh, let me find the TikTok lady. We'll talk about the TikTok lady while we're here. Because this had me real, and this lady is special. She really is. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Come on. I need it. I gotta mute it real quick, so I know I'm gonna get a strike or not a strike, but a copyright claim. That little bit of music. Ashley. Here we go. This lady will not stop. For real. Do we want to start from the beginning? I mean, we're not watching all of them, but we'll start. We can start at Who is Rebecca Schofield, part 1. Trigger warning, these TikToks will cause eye twitching and anger. Yes. Oh, it might be Dave in the background gaming, my hubby. You can usually hear his voice in the background. He's in the other room. Paula. So if you keep hearing a man's voice, that's where it's coming from. If you're new here, you wouldn't know, but most people who hear know it's him in the background. It should probably give people a warning when they come. Sometimes he'd be cursing and saying foul language when he's mad. All right, why can't I unmute this now? Hold on. I muted my tab. Oh, there we go. For the murder of the University of Idaho students. And she uses like really terrible. Hold on. Shut up, lady. She really uses like terrible wording too. Like instead of saying like allegedly or anything, she's like, "This is Rebecca Schofield, and she's here for the murder of blah blah blah." Who is Rebecca Schofield series and her motives for the murder? You can't hear her? Oh, I probably didn't hit the button. Hold on. Before I begin this Who is Rebecca Schofield series and her motives for the murder of the University of Idaho students, let's just dispel the rumors. No, I do not know Rebecca Schofield. I'm not connected to her in any kind of way. FYI, sometimes when I'm showing pictures and I know I'm not showing a video, I'll not hit the sound button, and then I'll end up showing a video and realize that I didn't hit the sound button. So thank you. Hey, Search and Rescue K9 Mom. I'm not emotionally tied to her or any of the victims. I'm not connected to anyone. I have no reason to lie on her. No, I did not just see her picture and name on the University of Idaho history page and then automatically feel it was her. This is not a feeling, this is knowledge. It's definitely a feeling. I did a reading when I saw Rebecca Schofield on the history department's page on Rebecca Schofield and her connection. I also did readings on some of the other people and their connection to the University of Idaho crimes. What came out on their reading is how they responded to the crimes and how they were feeling about it. What came out in Rebecca Schofield's reading was how she implemented it, how she planned it, and why. Oh, I've been pretty obsessed too. I've been going through, because I don't know what it is, but I just find it so entertaining because this woman like really thinks that she is like she puts together this like really like her story. It's like she's telling it straight from like some book, some really fabricated, special storybook where she thinks that, it's really like she really believes herself. And I went through everyone, and she's claiming that yeah, right, her and JLR on a date. I would be scared for what they came up with, but she really believes. Hold on, I'll skip a few. Who is Rebecca Schofield Part 2? So all right, so Kaylee and her. Rebecca Schofield and I'll give you. We'll only play the ones that are really interesting, but I'll go through it. She believes her and Kaylee met because Kaylee went to her for like help on her studies or something like that. I forget that. Who is Rebecca Schofield Part 3? So at this point, she's talking to. So they end up starting to like each other, and Rebecca starts making hints at like Kaylee that she could be. Who is Rebecca Schofield Part 4? So like, then finally. a lesbian, I guess, or that she was into women. And Kaylee, wasn't about it, but then like finally gave in and they started hooking up.
Who is Rebecca Schofield? Part Cinco. So at this point in the relationship, Rebecca Schofield is fantasizing about Kaylee and being with Kaylee. She's willing to leave her husband and realign her life to be with a life with Kaylee. So leave one situation into another. She decided she was going to choose herself in a rebellious act of self-love.
Look how she like explains it too.
Doing this, and it
In a
wasn't going to be easy.
rebellious
She didn't
act of
have to
self-love.
leaving that life behind with her husband, but she was embracing this new life that she thought she was going to have with Kaylee. But here's the thing: Kaylee was not a yes woman. Regardless of Rebecca Schofield being what, like 37, and Kaylee was 21, so over 15 years older than her, she wasn't just going to be told what to do. They needed to come to an agreement about their relationship, what that looked like, how that operated, and her and Kaylee was not seeing eye to eye. Who is Rebecca Schofield? Part 6. At this point, Kaylee
Is she
realizes
the
that Rebecca
stalker?
Schofield has cyclical behaviors. One minute she's one way, harmonious, love, empathy, emotions, and the next minute she's
So Kaylee had enough and took a break.
Who is Rebecca Schofield?
They're on a break.
I think I've been stuck like this for the last 5 minutes. Like, I get to a point where usually on the cases that I'm working on where I start to feel it, I can feel it now. I think I've been stuck.
She can feel it now.
Rebecca Schofield, part 8. During this break,
Okay, so they get back together from their break.
Period with her and Kaylee. She was Who is Rebecca Schofield, part 8. When Kaylee and Rebecca got back together, they had a dance or established a plan on a way forward. And a part of that plan was Rebecca to live out her truth, come out in the open.
Oh, I can feel it.
And experience. Sorry, I had to rush.
So now Rebecca knows that Kaylee's leaving for Texas or whatever and begs her to stay. And then I think they break up again.
Who is Rebecca Schofield, part 10. Who is Rebecca Schofield?
And then Rebecca decides that she's ready to come out, but decides to stay with her husband.
The job, and she's not going to deal. Who is Rebecca Schofield? Part 12.
Well, Kaylee took the job and was going to leave, so Rebecca decided to stay with her husband and come out as a lesbian, I guess. I don't know how that makes sense, but whatever. And then
keep in mind that I'm doing these readings.
So now Rebecca is afraid that Kaylee's going to tell everybody her secret.
Who is Rebecca Schofield?
She keeps an eye on Kaylee to make sure she keeps her secrets.
Who is Rebecca Schofield? Part 15, regarding the University of Idaho 4 students who were murdered. As Rebecca is watching Kaylee's social media, or however she was watching her, to make sure that she's not revealing her secret of being a lesbian or having a relationship with her, and also that Kaylee is not coming out as a lesbian either. She sees cues that she didn't previously see. She feels like she's being sent subliminal messages. So this insight comes out of nowhere. She perceived Kaylee at first as being alone.
Oh, I've been down the rabbit hole.
She starts to think, I was attracted to her. Other women are also attracted to her. Then she thinks that Kaylee exists in unity with all around her.
I know a lot of joyful lesbians
are now starting to look suspect to Rebecca, Kaylee, and her friends. And then she thinks, did she forget about me already? Then Rebecca thinks that their death is the only thing that will keep her secret safe. Who is Rebecca Schofield? Who is Rebecca Schofield? Part 14. I forgot 14, y'all, sorry. It potentially says
I'm trying to find the one where she hires Jack to cure. Here we go.
So at this point, she decided
Listen to
keep
this
her
one.
secret safe, that Kaylee had to be dead, and that Jack DeCour was going to help her do it. So she meets up with Jack DeCour in an inconspicuous place, maybe like a forest. And she starts talking to him about his dreams. He hasn't been discovered yet. She's going to help him get discovered. But he has to meet her halfway. He has to go to school, he has to be teachable, and he has to be a part of the team. So she would be his guide and make sure he had plenty of resources so that he can accurately put the energy in to manifest his dreams and his best life. She said his dreams are worthy of living. She said that he wasn't too old to learn and that his talents have yet to be discovered. She then asks, "What are you willing to do for this? What are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to release limiting people, places, and things?" She said, "I'm willing to partner with you to manifest your best life, but you're going to be the one to
She met him in a forest,
alone," which is another way
and
of
she
saying
promised to help him fulfill his dreams if he killed Kaylee for him. Like,
at this point, she decided to keep her secret safe. I don't show y'all the cards usually when I do readings, but watch this poem that somebody tagged me in that Kaylee wrote, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's evidence in the murder.
The poem is actually from like a book.
And honestly, in her plan that she had with the killer is not gonna go through. Card 17 of the Who is Rebecca Schofield series is a major key as well because it's going to talk about the premeditated plan of the murders. Rebecca Schofield and Jack DeCore are plotting another crime as we speak. She sent a coded message to Jack DeCore because she senses that she's in danger. So he went back to pick up his murder weapon because now he needs it. Rebecca Schofield and Jack DeCore are.
So Jack went back to get his murder weapon because they're planning on committing another crime.
So it's like I get what's going on now. So she's talking to Jack DeCore about the money problem she's having because she's having problems in her marriage.
Wait, you gotta see these later ones too. Hold on. After she's getting sued.
Hey y'all, no worries. I'm okay. Please don't be offended by the comments. Don't let them get to you. These are fake pages or Killer Rebecca's friends. Let it go.
She calls her Killer Rebecca.
Hey y'all, no worries.
Cause she thinks she gonna win this case. She's dead serious.
I've seen people in the comments suggest that my friends and family members contact me.
Oh yeah, the half-decorated tree, Linda. I thought that too. There was like only lights down the bottom of it. It drove me crazy.
I'm gonna block you in real life, and I'm never gonna unblock you. I've seen people in the comments suggest that my friends and family members contact me, and I'm warning y'all, if anybody contact me buying into the BS online from fake pages that I'm crazy, I'm gonna block you in real life, and I'm never gonna unblock you. I've seen people in the comments suggest that my friends and family members contact me. I think this is how y'all want me to feel about a measly ass $75,000 lawsuit that I'm gonna win.
She's definitely lost this case before it started.
Oh, Rebecca is suing me.
Right, B. Tim?
I think this is how y'all want me to feel about a measly ass.
Definitely see a lien on this woman's house for sure.
Oh my God. Killer Rebecca is suing me.
She's pretty bold, calling her Killer Rebecca.
Yeah, $75,000 lawsuit that I'm gonna win. Before I lay down for a nap, all I gotta say is I haven't done readings on certain agencies and entities because that's kind of crossing the line. But just know I'm not the only one who suspect Rebecca Schofield. They want both of them. I haven't done readings on certain agencies and entities because that's kind of crossing the line. But
does she really have 4 books? She talks like she's like
they want both of them.
Like the way she explains her stories, like a rebellious Jack did this for the fate of this, or she'll be like, he met her in an inconspicuous face like a forest. Like what? Like the way she talks, it sounds like she's trying to describe some book series or some shit. Like she's really. I mean, I don't know. I don't think she definitely talks like she's writing a book for sure. But I don't know if she'll. I think that she may win, but it's hard to prove defamation in court, because of our First Amendment. Was it the First Amendment, right? Like, freedom of speech or whatever. But this is pretty bold. Like her just calling her. She's not saying allegedly, nothing like that. She's straight up calling this woman a killer who has. And tying it to her job. So I think she probably has a good case. Who's Samuel Kelvin? I never heard of Samuel. Now you're going to have me looking up Samuel Kelvin. American internet personality and image consultant. Like a YouTube guy? On like, what is it, book on like how to like... He died? No shit. Let me look him up because I'm curious now. This guy? How to tank your YouTube channel. What's his name again? Samuel Kelvin? Or Samuel Kevin? Is it Kevin Samuels or... Oh, Samuel Kevin. No? Oh, never mind. Kevin Samuels. All right.
I was being toxic.
Found Etanella, a drug. So he died from... What, do people think it's a conspiracy something or something? You mean to tell me Kevin Samuels died from hypertension after building his platform attacking heavy women and saying their health was failing? Really? Wow. Thanks, Georgia Peach. He clapped. So he was taking medicine and they think that has to do with it? So what, does she think it's a conspiracy, B2? She's your arch enemy. I feel like I'm gonna have to go back and look at this chick's like whole TikTok. Dude, she's bold though. Like saying like killer Rebecca. I mean, it is hard. Yeah, she might not lose per se. I feel like she'll get a fine probably, and they'll just. What is her name? Ashley Gilliard. Let's look her up. I'm gonna Google her just because I like Googling people. TikToker insists a jury will take her side. She really thinks that she's gonna go up in there and just like explain. I mean, nobody's taking her side now. Like, even the people in her comments before she was getting sued, they're like, "This sounds crazy, lady."
I got 3 over here.
Type in her name. All right, let me see. Author of The Personification of Beauty. This doesn't surprise me at all. And she has a website called liveinfantasyland.com. No shit. What a name for... What a name. It's not there anymore, but... Can you... Are you able to look up like how an old... Send your goons have failed first graders after you. It does. It could put her in danger for sure. I wonder if you could you look up any website with that Wayback thing and see your old one? Like, what kind of name for Live in Fantasyland? Liveinfantasyland.com is her website. I mean, if that's not on point, I don't know what is. So her books are, she's an entrepreneur of a digital publishing company. Live in Fantasyland LLC. And the author of numerous books to include Dream, The Spiritual Pathway to Success, Dream Journal, Business Strategy Journal. Can you imagine these people buying those books thinking that she's like a real psychic? Business Strategy Journal, a step-by-step guide to a successful business plan and strategy. In her next release, I wrote this while sipping tequila. Relax and have a sip. She is also a combat veteran of the United States Army. Wow. Member of Alpha Kappa Kappa Alpha Sorority Inc. and the mother of Lamar Gilliard Jr. As a purpose-driven millennial, Ashley is widely known for her passion for encouraging people to pursue excellence and become the person God has called them to be. Live in Fantasyland, Make America Dream Again. That's a book by her. I'll put it up here so you guys can see. So strange. The power of I am. I am the creator and the creator in me. The war on your money. How to win the war on money and position yourself for increase. Solving mysterious deaths. Part 1. Solving the mysterious death of Tamla Horsford. Solving mysterious deaths. Part 2. Solving the mysterious deaths of Kevin Samuels. Oh my gosh. Watch she make a book called Solving the Mysterious Deaths of the Idaho 4. Oh my gosh. So like has she ever been sued by like other people for like writing about I can't believe this. Huh. Open preview. What is the question? Her excuse to the judge, I live in Fantasyland. Dun, dun, dun. Would also be considered defamation of the university since the professor was linked to the university. I don't know. Well, I mean, if it, I mean, I guess it could be. Oh, you have a snake plant? I want a snake plant. I have aloes, but I have like a really giant aloe plant. Oh wait, I wanted to see the preview of this. All right, here's her introduction. Show it real quick. Kevin Samuels, businessman, lifestyle coach, image consultant, influencer, and relationship coach, was found dead on May 5th, 2022 in Atlanta, Georgia. He went into cardiac arrest in his home when he was with his alleged date, a woman who was reported to be a nurse. The death was investigated by the Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office in Georgia and was determined to be caused by hypertension, which is typically a natural cause of death. Many people celebrated his death. He was well liked by some, but disliked by others who were offended by the perspective of his content. However, for those of us who felt indifferent by his content, for those who loved his content, his death felt weird and untimely. The ending of his life on Earth was tragic, nothing to mock or celebrate. Many people mourned. Considering his death was determined to be caused by natural causes, many people took the medical examiner's word as truth. I was not inclined to take a spiritual look into his death until I was asked by a spiritual guide in a dream. In the dream, a spirit guide asked me what happened to Kevin Samuels. The dream consisted of me and a team digging things out of the dirt that was buried. One of the things that came out of the dirt was a stripper pole. What? What? I was not expecting that at all. Therefore, by preliminary findings, before I investigate further, is that Kevin Samuel's death was a homicide caused by being drugged by a stripper in Atlanta. Well, that escalated quickly. Oh, I have tarot cards that I mess with, but I would never do videos like doing them. I just like to do it for fun, but I don't think I have any insight on anything. Yeah, stripper pole. She had a dream, and in her dream, she was with a team digging things out of the dirt that was buried, looking for stuff connected to Kevin Samuels. And one of the things that came out of the dirt was a stripper pole. So therefore, before she investigated further, she believed Kevin Samuels' death was a homicide caused by being drugged by a stripper in Atlanta. Doing the dark side. I've never done it like I really thought that I was some I never did it thinking that I was some like clairvoyant who knew stuff. I just do it for fun. But I don't think I have any insight. Like, I don't think I have any psychic insight or anything. Before I begin the spiritual and analytical investigation, we need to explore what led to his death. This includes his background to determine what shaped his character, mindset to explore the ideas and what caused them, social media persona to explore his perceived image, his contact to explain the message he conveyed, and the subsequent public outrage that may have led to his death. Looking into his last 12 to 24 hours should confirm the preliminary findings from my dream that something happened when he was out enjoying himself that caused his death. At this point, I have no idea if he was at a strip club or around strippers the night before he died. I do know that it was reported he was at home with a woman who was a nurse, who either didn't know his address or refused to give it, and who allegedly attempted to save his life. Therefore, even though I trust the spiritual messages in my dream, I will conduct the investigation with no bias. I have a stripper pole, but it's hard. I worked at a gym for a really long time before they closed down in November, and now they just were like, oh hey, COVID was really hard on us, bye, and closed the end of November. But I did work at a gym, and we have a business besides. I mean, it's not like a huge business, but we have like a small business, and so we have that, and I worked on the side, just and my the downstairs. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. The downstairs had like a pole dancing place, I guess, for like fitness, and they taught you how to pole dance and stuff. So I was like, oh, I want to try. Like, I want to give it a try. So I got one, and it's really freaking hard. I'm not gonna lie. Like, your whole body hurts after like 10 minutes of trying to work that thing. Yeah, kind of. I was like, like what the pole I got? Yeah, right. Making money on all the clicks, but it's like all right. So I started watching YouTube videos where they teach you like moves to do, like how to go upside down, and there's certain moves that you can do on it. And I got as far as going upside down, but it's really hard to make yourself look cute while you do it. And I will give it to anybody, any stripper who can work the pole good. You have a very good body, because it hurts like hell. Like, cause a lot of it's holding your own body weight. So like, like pulling up your whole body weight just with your arms. Yeah, you need a lot of strength. It's no joke. And this is an interesting side tangent. Yes, I wasn't trying to be all like, whatever. I just wanted to try it out because I would go downstairs and like watch like their different routines and stuff. It was pretty cool. They did like stripping, and not actual stripping, like you wouldn't take your clothes off, but they did like pole dancing, you know what I mean? Where like it was more like an art, you know what I'm saying? And they had the what's it called? Like the cloth that comes down and you dance with, like, wrap the cloth around you and dance, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know what it's called, but it's like a giant sheet that hangs down and you like hold your body weight up with the sheet. No, I'm not agreeing with that at all, Tim. There's no connection here to what I'm talking about. It just made me go off on a tangent about strippers. But I honestly don't think that a stripper killed him. He probably died from hypertension, but it just made me think about a stripper pole since people were talking about it, and then I tried it once. But yeah, definitely no connection there. I don't believe that at all. I think this lady's a total loon, and just like, I think she comes up with these stories to like sell herself. You know what I mean? To like get followers. Like, I did. I did, Ryan. A full-on EDM house DJing in it. I did so I did like I DJ'd. Did you ever hear the Chive? It's like a group. I don't know how to explain it, but I did a Chive thing at a Chive event at a club, and it was like an EDM event type deal. I didn't do a lot of EDM. Like, I didn't really do a lot of like EDM stuff though. I just kind of did like, popular music at the time, or like personal parties, but I did like certain shows where I did do EDM stuff. I can't even pronounce that, Paula. I'm in love with a stripper. Great song. Damn it, now you guys got me thinking about titties and beer. A DJ died recently? EDM? What's EDM? Are you getting old? EDM is electronic dance music. Like, like club music. Like, Deadmau 5, or however the hell you say it, Marshmello, Skrillex. I don't know about Marshmello, but like Tiesto, like Avicii. Oh, people like that. Diplo, Prodigy. I love Prodigy. Down, 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 down. Break the pressure. Come play my game, I'll test ya. Sicko Smack, DJ. Oh, you mean Twitch? The guy Twitch? Nicky, the selfie cat. I thought he was. Yeah, like techno, kind of. You're talking about the guy I don't know if he was really like a DJ though. He was like a was he a DJ? Like he was like the little like was like the sound guy for Ellen, I guess. I don't know if he like did he like DJ other places? Let me see. And he was a really good dancer too. He was like on like So You Think You Can Dance. An 80s discotheque girl. Oh. Oh, you were in Miami? Yeah, Ellen CJ. I don't think he was like a DJ though. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't like a arena DJ. He was like a played the things on her show. But yeah, that's the guy I think you're talking about. Yes, I'm drinking a giant Red Bull because I'm sick and I'm tired. You can hear it in my voice. It's like scratchy as hell. I'm trying to wake up. Even though it's already like 11 o'clock and I don't need to, but I don't like Ellen either. I heard that she was like a really shitty person in real life. Max Jazz. Okay. That's a different person then. I never heard of this person. Oh, he's a British. That's probably why, because he's a British guy. Yeah, I heard like I've heard like Ellen was like mean in person. There's a lot of stories that go around that like when they were on Ellen's show and that she was really like a nasty human being. Like she was mean. You had white boots. I have videos of myself DJing, but if I could probably show you on mute. But I can't play it out loud because then I'll get a copyright claim and then they'll be like, you have to mute it. Wah, wah, wah. You know, shit like that. You all want to see me DJ? No! How do I mute it? It says video has no sound, but the sound is playing. Hold on, I have an idea. Oh, wait, no. Microsoft Edge. There we go. My desk is messy. Don't make fun of me. Oh! I think I know what you're talking about. Hold on. I know God is a DJ. Do they do that? Or they just cover it? Alright, hold on. I mute it. Take the strike. Alright, here. I muted it, so it should work. You just see people do it. It's like, you know that song? Harlem Shake. I was playing the Harlem Shake, so imagine that. These are all people dancing. They do show me. Hold on. God, I want it. Whatever. Can I just get rid of that? No. I want to take the comments away. Whatever.
Oh. Shit. Yeah.
They zoom in on me, or he shows there I am.
What's your homie?
Yeah, I've heard that Ellen is a total biatch.
Hey guys, can you like turn that to that?
Thank you, Paula. I was a DJ, but there was a band playing the other night, and I was a DJ in between bands, and people were getting so mad because they wanted me to keep playing, and the band kept coming on.
Oh, I know.
Get the hell out of here. We know how to get down in Philly. And there was 2 other DJ rooms, and they were like completely empty. My cousin had to ask me to like stop at one point so people would go in the other rooms. I was like, bro, I'm not stopping. I'm like, because he like hired the other 2 DJs to come. It was like, I got a whole house of people like getting down. I'm not gonna stop playing music. So there I am again. I think they showed me one more time, and then I wave. There you go. Yeah, I haven't done it in like 10 years probably. Yeah, you can't stop the vibe. I was like, come on, man. Like, I got a whole room. I ain't just gonna cut it off so other people can DJ. Like, they should have brought their A game then, right? Like, come on. I was showing them my DJ skills.
Wow.
You know what song I really like? What's that? Now that I'm thinking of DJs, hold on. I gotta think of the name of it. It's called Let Me Think About It, but it's a remix. Let me think. Idacore, Fede Legrand versus Idacore. Let Me Think About It. That song was awesome. And then I also really love playing. I would get so hyped every time I played it. Remember the Yeah Yeah Yeahs? There was remember the song Heads Roll Roll? There was like the remix from that movie, that crazy party movie, something X or X, I forget what it was called. Generation or remember it was like that movie had an X in the title, and it was like a bunch of kids just partying, like a house party. But they had the Heads Will Roll remix in there. Oh my god, it was so good. It's a great song. What movie is that from? I'm gonna have to look it up. Project X, that's what it was called. I was gonna drive me crazy. It was from the Heads Will Roll A-Track remix. That's what it's called in particular. The A-Track remix from I'm a metal guy too. Or a metal girl, but I said metal guy. I love country. I love everything, to be honest, but I didn't play Tainted Love that much. I like everything. But my first love was metal. Now y'all are gonna make me show you my metal pictures. I've seen like every metal band that you can think of over and over and over again. I love metal. And then I love country too, to be honest. Are you a creek squatter? I don't know if I'm an outlaw country, but I love country music. I bet you're a creek squatter, Nathan. Hold on. So this is when I went to a Static X and Shadows Fall concert, right? No way. Tupac is not better than Biggie. No way. I mean, they're pretty much very close on the same level, but Tupac's not better. I was so close. Hold on. If you like Static X, then you will know. I'm going to show this picture.
I'm literally getting shot from 4 yards.
This is me, like 10 feet away from Wayne Static. He's dead now, but. And then I was up against the railing for yeah, I heard Vinnie Paul's not there though. But I'm kind of upset about that. And I heard Phil Anselmo is kind of like a dickhead, but whatever. I love Phil Anselmo, even though he's a dickhead. I'm gonna probably go anyway, but still. Hold on, I'm trying to find my Metallica concert pictures. There's Mudvayne. I saw Mudvayne. There's Mudvayne. And then I'm trying to find my Metallica pictures are awesome. I'm going to find them. Hold on a minute. I saw a lot of 311 concerts. I love 311. I went every year. And I even met Nick Hexum. No. It might be in here. No. Luckily, I had albums back in the day. I don't do that anymore, so it'd take me forever to find like newer pictures. But then I did. How do I know? So weird. I can't find them. I'll just look at my post. Oh, here we go. When my son was born, somebody bought me a Metallica Master of Puppets onesie for him.
Yep.
What? Give me a second. Ames happy. Why can't I find them? So yay. I'll have to find them another time and show you guys. But I do have, I was like right up in the front for Metallica. I just saw Tool last year, but I was kind of disappointed because they didn't play any of the older songs. Like they only played stuff on their new album. The only stuff they played from the older ones were Hooker with a penis or whatever, and Schism. But they didn't play 46 and 2, which is like my favorite Tool song. They didn't play I really wanted to hear 46 and 2 and Vicarious. They didn't play either of them. I wanted to hear Jambi. I wanted to hear Parabola. They didn't hear them. They only played the Pot. Yeah, they played the Pot. That was good. But I was expecting like and I was just jamming to Thunder Kiss, whatever. The hell is it called? 1965. Yeah. Ow! Thunder Kiss 65 by White Zombie. And I love More Human Than Human by See ya, Paula. I miss Metallica too. Sorry guys who are here for true crime. I got off on my little tangents, but yeah, my beer drinking days with keg stands. I wasn't goth. I just kind of like went goth for metal stuff, but I was more of like a skater chick, you know what I mean? Like I wore like the DCs and things like that. Metallica, they were so kick-ass back then, I'm sure. I love Metallica. So, Dave got me Guitar Hero for Christmas because I was like, I really want to play Guitar Hero. I haven't played in so long. So he got me this guitar, and then you download this thing. Yeah, I was still a girly girl for sure. I still always made it girly. You better come back, Paula. We love you here. And so he got me Guitar Hero, but it's called Clone Hero, but it's basically the same thing, but you can download every game. So I even got like the Metallica special edition one. I got Tool songs, and you can download any song you want and it will turn it into so like you can play it. So I was like jamming out on Guitar Hero all weekend, that and put my son's Pokemon game. But I was doing all the Metallica songs. I did like For Whom the Bell Tolls and Battery. Battery's really freaking hard on Guitar Hero. I did why can't I think of the one's name that I like? Seek and Destroy. I love Seek and Destroy. I wasn't a stoner, not really. Weed makes me panic. I freak the hell out. Like
I don't think it does.
if I eat like an edible, I'll be in the bathroom with a blanket over my head all night. Like, just make this go away. I hate it. Yeah, that's why my throat hurts from playing too much Guitar Hero for sure. Dude, I played so much. I felt like I had arthritis in my fingers because like when it gets really fast, you like tense your fingers up. Like the next day, I was like, oh my God, I need to take like a week break from playing this. It was fun though. I haven't really felt. Is there? I plead the fifth on that, Nathan. I plead the fifth about the ecstasy. I may have taken some. My age, I know my age is 34. I just told everyone my age. But I feel like I do like a lot of like older stuff though. So I will say probably the most like entertaining concert that I went to, and it was probably because I was on E back then, but I really enjoyed Muse. You know the band Muse? They're amazing live, like amazing. And I feel like they're oh my God. AC/DC. They put on one hell of a show. Like Angus alone. Good night, boy, mama. Your secret about your age, Liv? I wasn't like bad when I was younger, but I was a typical young kid who got into, shit I shouldn't have. like my 20s, and then I straightened up when I got in my 30s, you know.
Then it's gone.
When I had my after I had my kid, then I straightened up, but you know, I got into trouble when I was younger. I just mainly did a lot of concerts though. I love concerts. So I'm like kind of hoping that there's other cases we can talk about lately. Like, what is there to talk about? I know there's a girl who's missing. Parker was just talking about it. A girl named Maddie. And her mom didn't report her missing for like a week. Yeah, Muse is really good. Like, really freaking good. Like, amazingly good. Madalena, yeah.
Yes.
Maybe I'll just talk about her real quick, just because I want to get this out there.
I don't want to hear it.
Because she hasn't been found yet.
If you're not, somebody else
But
knows.
basically, this girl's last seen getting off her school bus. Her mom is like, all right, here it is. 9 Inch Nails. I've never seen 9 Inch Nails. I seen them like, you know, when they have the big group concerts where, you know, there's like a bunch of bands, but they didn't play that long, so like it wasn't like their own concert. So, I've seen Black Sabbath a million times. I've never seen Pantera though, so I'd really like to see the new Pantera. So Madalena, 5 weeks have passed since 11-year-old Madalena Kojakari was last seen. For 3 of those weeks, no one was even looking for her. Christmas Day is now come and gone, and the 6th grader is still nowhere to be found, with her parents denying all knowledge as to what happened to her. This is a serious case but police in Cornelius, North Carolina, believe the parents know more than they are letting on. This is a serious case of a child whose parents are clearly not telling us everything they know, Cornelius Police Captain Jennifer Thompson said in a video statement. You know, everyone has a lot of questions. Hold on, I'm going to pull up her picture so you guys can see. What's the case you mentioned? Put it down again, because I forget. That's her. What has happened to Madalena? Why did her parents not report her missing for 22 days after they claimed they last saw her? And why are parents still seemingly holding back information 11 days after they were first arrested in connection with her disappearance? She was last seen on November 21st when surveillance footage captured her getting off of the school bus at her home in Cornelius. Her mother, Diana Kojakari, and stepfather, Christopher Palmer, claimed they saw her 2 days later at their home. Police have been unable to verify this claim. So, mind you, the mom is like way younger than the stepdad, and the stepdad are creepy looking. And apparently, I've heard that the mom is from a different country. So I don't know if maybe like she married this guy to like stay in the United States. Oh, the Springfield 3. Yeah, I read about it a little bit. But that's gonna take up like a whole show risk, because like I can go over like a little summary on it, but I feel like that one's gonna take like a whole show to dissect. Yeah, the mom's 37 and the stepdad's 60, and he's freaky looking. Like, he has like really dark eyes and stuff. I don't know, but I like that guy has a creepy vibe for sure. All right, hold on. Court documents obtained by WBTV reveal that Madalena's mother told investigators she last saw her daughter around 10 p.m. on November 23rd when Madalena went to her room to go to bed. Miss Kajari claims that she and her husband got into an argument that night, and the next morning he drove to his family's home in Michigan, according to the arrest warrant. Probably not. You think she's a male bride? Probably. I could see that. I wonder if she's like scared of him. When she went to check on her daughter about 11:30 a.m., Miss Kajari claims she found her to be missing. She said that Madalena does not have a phone or any friends or family that she could be with, and that a book bag and some of her clothes had gone missing from their family home. So they're trying to make it look like she ran away. Yeah, they only reported missing because the school started asking questions. The arrest warrant states that Miss Kajari told investigators she then waited until Mr. Palmer returned home 2 days later on the evening of November 26th to ask if he knew where Madalena was. When asked why she didn't report her daughter missing before mid-December, she stated she was worried it might start a conflict between her and Christopher, the warrant states. Now, does anyone know if whose daughter it's not his daughter, right? Look how freaky he looks. Ugh. Look how dark his eyes are. She also claimed that members in Moldova had urged her to call the police about her daughter's disappearance, but she hesitated to do so. What is Moldova? Is that like where she's from? Eastern Europe? It's from Romania. Meanwhile, the documents also reveal that Miss Kajari said she believed her husband had put her family in danger. It is not clear what she meant by this statement. Meanwhile, Mr. Palmer also told investigators that he doesn't know what happened to his stepdaughter, claiming that he returned from his 3-day trip and asked his wife where Madalena was. Over the next 3 weeks, he claims to have spoken with Miss Kajari several times about Madalena's whereabouts. They both stated they did not know where she was, but they did not contact police to report Madalena missing. In the 2 weeks since the alarm was raised for the 11-year-old, more than 100 law enforcement officials from agencies including Cornelius Police Department, the FBI, and the SBI have been drafted in to help find her, and multiple searches have been carried out at the family home. They have followed more than 250 leads, spanning across both state lines and the globe, carried out 100 interviews and individuals in North Carolina further afield, and canvassed door-to-door at about 245 homes and businesses in Victoria Bay neighborhood around Madalena's home. Multiple agencies, including Cornelius Police Department, FBI, and CBI, are working together on the case. Police captain said the investigators have also scoured hours of surveillance video from local businesses and carried out land and water searches around nearby Lake Cornelius. However, she acknowledged that the 3-week delay in law enforcement learning about Madalena's disappearance created an instant setback to the investigation. One of the challenges in the case, simply put, is we were not notified she was gone. A delay of 3 weeks, she said. Much of the search appears to have focused on Madalena's home, where multiple search warrants have been obtained and executed over the past 2 weeks. On 21st of December, a large search team was descending on the home for what marked at least the second time. They're digging up the backyard. They found inside the property, officials found a secret area in the kitchen blocked off with plywood. What? When asked about it, Mr. Palmer allegedly told investigators he had been planning to make a separate apartment in the space. So what? It is unclear if the search team removed the boards and scoured that particular area of property. That's strange. I don't know. I don't know if she was from Romania or if it's his kid or someone else's kid, but she doesn't have his last name, so it makes me wonder if it's someone else's kid. I think it's her stepdad. It sounds like they had gotten in an argument and maybe he had done something to her and drove her somewhere. I don't know. It is a little strange, though. We as a family are... hold on.
Hey, Buckle. Hey, Buckle. Hey, Buckle.
1 week into the investigation, Cornelius police shared a handwritten note from the missing girl's family members in which they said they were shocked, devastated, and absolutely heartbroken over her disappearance. In the note, the unnamed relatives said they are holding on to hope and positivity that the young girl will be found safe, as more than a month has now passed since she was last seen. They thank law enforcement and the public for helping to track down beautiful, smart, loving 11-year-old and urge people to continue sharing information. We, as a family, are devastated and absolutely heartbroken to learn that Madalena is missing. We love Madalena and are shocked by these circumstances, something a child should never have to endure. The note goes on to say that the family is doing everything possible with greatness in their future. So who is that from?
He is. Or the MP5.
We are desperate to find her right now. She needs all of our help. We ask for continued positive support and sharing far and wide. The posters and pictures of Madalena, each and every share, may be one step closer to finding her. If you believe you have seen Madalena or have any information related to her whereabouts, please contact your local law enforcement or the Cornelius NC Police Department. Family would like to express sincere gratitude to each and every one of you for your support. Our family will continue to do everything we know and to learn to do for Madalena's safe return. Blessings. It's weird. Totally sus. For sure. I love that emoji. They have a large base in Romania. It's strange though, like, who's her real, like, if that's not her dad, who is her real dad? Where is he? Why didn't they report her missing? Something funky's going on. And why is that secret back room there? Like, what is this man doing? I wonder. I believe the wife said something to the effect that she didn't want to report her missing because she was afraid it might mess up things between her and her husband. But like, so you decide you're not gonna report your daughter missing because you're afraid of a bad relationship with your husband. Maybe she's scared of him. I don't know. Good question. Diana Kajari. Let's see. Am I spelling it right? What is it? Or Diana Kajari? Where's the picture? Kojo Kari. Diana Kojo Kari. Oh, so they'll have to turn over their passports. So they probably got them on some kind of... All right, here we go. They were unable to make bail. It was announced if they do make the new bail terms, the pair would have to turn over their passports to the court to prevent them from leaving the country. Both parents have family in Moldova, a region in the east of Romania. The pair were arrested December 17th for failing to immediately report daughter missing. And they also have to wear ankle monitors if they make bail. Well, the guy does. But the mom has a higher bail. Is this a video or just a picture? So failure to report. He drove 550 miles, a 9-hour trip to visit his family in Michigan. That's shady. Sounds like he drove far to dump her body. Yeah, why is her bond? Unless I read it wrong. $250,000 for Diana and $2,000 for stepfather. It's weird that hers is higher, but he has to wear an ankle monitor.
Just to barely go positive. Come on. That's not
There's a video of her getting off the school bus, and that's the last they have of her. See if I can find the video of her on the school bus. This is weird. They definitely have something to do with it, in my opinion. I'll be shocked if they don't. I mean, who doesn't immediately report their kid missing if they're gone? Like, do you know where she is? No. Do you know where she is? Oh, you know. Unless the article got it wrong, Lynn, they might, because it does sound kind of weird that he has to wear an ankle monitor and she don't. So, like, why is hers higher? And there was also another case that had me really upset. There's like a little boy. It's something similar where a little boy and his sister, the grandmom, went to go pick them up and took the sister, but the little boy was like he wasn't there. So the police came and they found his body under the floorboards. He was drowned in the toilet by his stepdad. Or mom's boyfriend. Like, I hate these parents who pick like adults who treat kids like shit. Like, if somebody treats your kid like shit, leave them. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can find his name. He was adorable too. I forget his name though, but it had me all upset. Yeah, here it is. Look how cute this little boy is. Arkansas boy buried under the floorboards was drowned in the toilet by mom's boyfriend. Can you imagine? He just had his 6th birthday. Can you imagine someone killing you by holding your face in a toilet? Like, what a sick piece of shit. Ugh, that infuriates me. His body was found under floorboards in the home, and he had been dead for 15 weeks, killed when his mom's boyfriend shoved his head in a toilet as punishment. His dad's family had raised the alarm after Blue's sister was found with severe burns. So they found the sister and she had severe burns all over her body. And the little boy was repeatedly kept away from scheduled custody visits. Blue's 28-year-old mom, Ashley Rowland, who has a big black eye in her booking photo, quickly blamed her boyfriend, Nathan Bridges, after both were arrested the day after the gruesome discovery. So obviously, she was in an abusive relationship. Look, he looks just like his mama, too. She told cops that her abusive killed Blue on September 9th by shoving his head in the toilet as punishment for biting his finger. The mom claimed to have been in another room at the time. She went into the bathroom when Bridges left and saw her son struggling to breathe, and his body was limp. She told cops that her boyfriend then cut a hole in their wooden floor, dug a hole in the ground, and buried Blue under the house. This shithead. However, a witness named Rebecca Fighting told cops that Ashley Rowland told her that Blue had come out of the bathroom with his face and body swelling and foaming at the mouth before collapsing and dying. Mom said she did not know what to do and had buried Blue under the floorboards.
There were two.
So I guess she told someone else that he just came out of the bathroom and was like that, and she buried him. The children's dad, Ashley's ex-husband, Dustin Rowland, filed a complaint about being refused to allow visitation as ordered, not knowing his son had been dead for 5 days, according to his ex-wife's timeline.
Bro, did that go into the door?
She had burns all over her body.
That's an insane kill right there. That's an insane kill.
Like, second-degree burns. I do too, Linda. I do too. Yeah, this is the case that Sarah talked about, yeah. The poor sister. She's probably traumatized. Yeah, right, Risk? Like, it's sick. Like, how could anybody do that to a kid? I'll never understand it. How someone can just, be so cruel that they could do that to a child. It was his own mom, Karen Rowland, who finally called the police after Blue, yet again, failed to be turned over for visitation. But his sister emerged with a badly scabbed head from severe burns. The grandma told NBC News that the girl's clothes were soaked in urine. She could barely even walk, and her first request for her was water and something to eat. I told her that she was safe, and just the look on her face was sheer terror, she told the outlet. Ashley Rowland told police that Bridges also caused those injuries to her daughter, saying he held her under hot water as punishment for her behavior issues. An online fundraiser that raised more than $25,000 by Friday also showed gruesome burns across the girl's stomach. That's the little girl. Look at her. Her arms and everything. I guess you can't tell on the head because it's like on her nose. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. I don't even want to look at this. Oh my God. I seriously, Linda, I'm not even kidding. I wish they would make like a modern day Coliseum where they just let people who do shit to like old people and children fight it out with each other. Like to the death. Ashley Rowland and Bridges are accused of capital murder, abuse of a course, tampering with physical evidence, endangering the welfare of a minor, and battery. Rowland also faces 2 additional felony charges of permitting child abuse. Both are being held without bond and are next due in court on January 15th. The children's dad told NBC that he'd been trying to fight for his kids, which is super freaking sad too, because a lot of men don't have a lot of rights when it comes to the court system. And there's a lot of these situations where, the father should be allowed to step in, and the judges will most likely side with the mom. And it's so common. I see it all the time. Women always get more rights over men, and it's always a task. That's why I know so many women who use, and I hate to even say this because it's sad, but there's a lot of women who use their kids as pawns against the dads. Ugh, it's terrible. Oh, that's sick. 18 months old. Oh my God. I wish I could have been there a long time ago, but it was her holding me back from my children, he said. His ex-wife, whom he married in December 2015, before divorcing in June last year. I don't want anyone thinking this is my fault. I love my kids very much. And I'm sure he does. It's really hard for... It's true. I mean, because of the role, I think, like family roles where women usually stay home with the kids, and it's just kind of like ingrained in society, and I think a lot of men lose rights when it comes to children because of it. That's just how it is. But yeah, I agree. Kids should never be used as ammunition, but sadly they are a lot. A lot. Oh man, that is sick. Oh, that bothers me. Sorry, I saw another article and I kind of wanted to. 2 teen boys charged with home invasion. Oh, it was in Australia. Didn't the mom's new boyfriend threaten the dad with a gun? Yeah. You're right, Lynn. The dad showed up at the house, I guess, to try and get his kids. And the dad's new boyfriend threatened them with a gun. And then I guess they went to court about it. And then they had, so they went to court about it. Or I don't even know if they went to court about it. But he wouldn't go to the house anymore. His mom went because I guess they got in a fight. And the guy pulled a gun on him. And that's when they found the daughter like that. And it's just sad that it took too long to figure it out, But definitely terrible situation. Ugh, I just hate people who like kids are literally defenseless. Like they can't do anything. They're small and they can't fight back, and to think some guy is shoving a child's face in a toilet for their last moments of their life is just sickening, and I really wouldn't be against. I mean, but it's also kind of like, I also do believe in letting them sit in prison, like in solitary prison for a long time before actually like the death penalty, before people actually get the death penalty, because I feel like that's just too easy, So I don't know. I go back and forth with it, but I've been on for like 2.5 hours. Holy crap! I didn't realize I was on so long. But I am gonna hop off now, and I'm probably gonna go play some Nintendo and get some sleep. What's today? I have like a free. I have a free like couple days. Maybe I'll do some afternoon ones. My son's at his dad's. I told him he can stay for a couple days because he's with me most of the time for school, and he goes there on the weekends, and he wanted to stay down there a little longer. So I'm like, yeah, go ahead. So I have a little break. It's no kid, so I can kind of like come on whenever. So maybe I'll just do a few pop-ups when I feel like it. But regardless, I'll probably be back tomorrow night. Tomorrow, yeah, I'll probably do it here every night just because, I don't, unless I have other plans, but most likely we'll be here every night until Sunday. And what's Sunday? What's everyone doing for New Year's? Anything? If there's enough people who are around, maybe we can do like a New Year's stream, because I don't really go out for New Year's anyway, I was planning on going up the mountains, my dad's mountain house for New Year's, but we're not anymore. We're gonna go a different time. So maybe I'll do like a New Year's Eve stream, and we can, have a little like YouTube party. Yeah, in prison he's at the very bottom for sure. Well, if y'all ain't doing nothing on New Year's, maybe we can do that. I was surprised how many people were on YouTube on like New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve and Christmas. I wasn't, because You just smoke a lot of weeds and dabs. Well, maybe I'll do a New Year's Eve one. Yeah, I think a lot of people have been staying home lately, and I'm probably gonna stay home. I don't really drink or anything, so maybe I'll get like some wine or something, and we can have a little New Year's Eve party. All right. Well, have a good night, everyone. It's late. I'm gonna go play some of my kids' Pokemon. Play some Pokemon and lay on the couch. But I'll be back tomorrow. So come back tomorrow. I don't know what we'll talk about, but we'll figure something out. We'll be on it. I'll find something to talk about. Maybe we'll, maybe we can talk about the one Risk wants to do. What's it called? What's it called? 3. Oh my God, Springfield 3. That'd be fun. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I'll look into Springfield, like go over it. Well, tomorrow morning, and we can talk about that tomorrow night. Just to have a little break from Idaho, because I feel like Idaho's been like, just like, unless something breaks, new info or whatever, there's an interview or something like that, we'll do Springfield 3 just to get a much needed break from there. All right. Good night, everyone. Thanks for coming, and thanks for all the super chats, guys. See ya.